Oh, well, hello there, friends, and welcome back to TJKidz Super Fun Stories, where imagination becomes reality. Today's tale is a little bit different. We're trying something new. When I came up with the title for this story, I just thought to myself, what if I did this whole story in rhymes? I thought, hey, why not? Let's give it a shot. So yeah, this story rhymes from start to finish. So if you hear a silly beat or a goofy phrase, don't be surprised. It's a fun story about bees and trees, and I hope you'll be pleased. You see what I did there? So grab a comfy spot, get cozy, and join me on this adventure. The honeybees are less than pleased with the maple trees. In a sunny green town with a sweet gentle breeze lived honeybee hives and tall maple trees. The bees buzzed with pride, their honey was their gold, the best in the land, or so they'd been told. But one day the queen, with a crown on her head, flew into the hive, looking worried and said, "Our honey's not selling, the jars are all stacked. What's going on here? Why's our business so whacked?" She turned to her worker, a bee named Sting, who wore tiny glasses and ran everything. He checked all the charts, then gave a loud, something is off. Let me go for a run. I know we can fix it. We'll get the job done." He zipped through the flowers, the fields, and the trees. He sniffed and he buzzed with his knees in the breeze. Then suddenly stopped near a maple tree grove, where syrup was dripping into jars in droves. "Oh no," he exclaimed with a gasp and a blink. "The syrup is rising, it's sweeter than we think." He flew to the queen with a worried report. "The maple trees moved in and built a syrup fort. Folks are now passing our honey for their sticky tree goo. What, if anything, can we possibly do?" The queen buzzed with anger, her wings in mid-flap. "We'll talk to those trees. Let's put an end to their sap." So Sting flew ahead with a stern little face to speak with the trees and reclaim their bee space. He landed on bark with his mind on syrup. "Excuse me, dear trees, but there are matters to clear up. You're taking our land and our flowers and sun. This is bee territory and you're ruining the fun." The maple trees rustled, their leaves full of glee. They chuckled and swayed and said, "We must disagree. We're not here to fight nor push you away. We're just growing steady in a natural way." "But our honey is down," Sting buzzed with a pout. "Your syrup is winning. We're being pushed out." The trees gave a shrug with a gentle reply. "We don't choose the people. We don't even try. They like what they like and they're buying our goo. We didn't mean to take business from you." The bees and the trees went back and forth fast, each claiming the land and defending their past. The bees said, "You're blocking our flowers and sun." The trees said, "We're growing, not shrinking, and it's actually quite fun." Then Maya the maple, with bark soft and kind, said, "Why don't we try to combine and align? What if we mix up your honey with syrup, a new kind of sweetener, a magical mix-up?" Sting raised his eyebrows. "A honey tree blend?" The queen buzzed in circles. "Could this be the end of our feud and our fighting and our sticky despair? Could we make something new that the town wants to share?" The bees brought the honey. The trees gave their sap. They mixed it together and called it a wrap. They bottled it up in a shiny gold jar and gave it a name, Sweet Harmony Bar. The town went bananas. They cheered and they danced. They bought every bottle. They gave it a chance. It tasted like sunshine and flowers and dreams, like pancakes and hugs and warm maple streams. The queen gave a wink. We're back in the game. Sting did a twirl and said, we've got fame. The trees and the bees now live side by side, mixing syrup and honey and beaming with pride. They prayed for good weather, they sang in the breeze, and no one was happier than the trees and the bees. The end. My friend. Just kidding. Or maybe I'm not. The story is over, but I must have forgot. So I just keep speaking these rhymes coming out. Whatever can I do? Should I scream and shout? I think the time has come where I need an assist. The story is over, a fact I dismissed. So one more thing, if you'd be so kind. I need you to say something to get these rhymes off my mind. I ask you one time, just shout hooray, because everyone knows the bees in the trees have saved the day. All better. Thanks, guys. And that is the end of our story, friends. Sorry about that. Once I start spitting out rhymes, I just can't stop. I think it may be a problem. What if I kept rhyming forever? Oh, to fix that problem would be quite the endeavor. Bad TJ, stop it. Okay, well, let's get back to the story. I am so happy that the bees and trees were able to make it work out. And guess what? That leads me to a moral I learned from this story. When we stop pointing fingers and start working together, sweet things can happen, even sweeter than honey or syrup. Whether you're a bee, a tree, or just a kid with a big imagination, there's always room for kindness, compromise, and creativity. What did you learn? Other than TJ has a rhyming problem. Well, that's it for today, friends. Thanks for tuning in. See you on the next one. Toodles!